What's up, guys? Welcome to the line change. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about the Canucks potentially finding at least one of their new assistant coaches. It looks like Kevin Dean of the Chicago Blackhawks organization will be the first hire for Adam Foote and his new coaching staff. We're going to dive right into it. We're going to break it down. But before we do that, I'm going to give a big shout out and thank you to my primary sponsor of this video, Gassy Jack Art. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with Gassy Jack Art, he sells these guys, some prints. He also does some canvas prints as well. But Gassy Jack Art he produces hockey prints on archival paper and canvas that have been rated to last over 100 years. Their product range features a variety of players from different teams, including Edmonton Oilers, Montreal Canadiens, Toronto Maple Leafs, Calgary Flames, Colorado Avalanche, and as you saw from that print that I had, your Vancouver Canucks, as well as more. He also produces non-hockey related prints as well, so go ahead and check him out, GassyJackArt.com. He currently has a end-of-season sale going on where you can get 4 prints for the price of 2. Yeah, you heard that right. 4 prints, and you're only paying for 2 of them. So go ahead, check them out. And I recently received 4 prints. I'm currently expecting 4 more. So go ahead, check him out, support him, GassyJackArt.com. Now, moving on to our topic of the day, or this video's topic rather. So as I mentioned at the top of the video, we're going to talk about Kevin Dean as the assistant, as possibly being the next assistant coach for Adam Foote. As I mentioned, this is a report, so the Canucks have not confirmed it yet. But let's go ahead and dive right into it. This article obviously brought to us by our friends at Canucks Army. One friend in particular, David Quadrelli, who we had on the show about a month ago. So let's go ahead and check it out. The Vancouver Canucks are beginning to fill out their coaching staff after naming Adam Foote as head coach a couple weeks ago. Both Foote and general manager Patrick Allvin said the search would soon begin for the Canucks to round out Foote's staff behind the bench, and it appears they now have their first hire. According to Thomas Drance of The Athletic, the Canucks are set to hire Chicago Blackhawks assistant coach Kevin Dean. Looking at a tweet from Thomas Drance saying, hearing Canucks will be hiring former Blackhawks and Bruins assistant coach Kevin Dean, whose name Rick Dhaliwal surfaced last week to join Adam Foote's staff. Foote and the club are still finalizing the rest of the staff. Expect Dean hire to be announced when that's complete. Dean was responsible for the defensive strategies in both Boston and Chicago, and presumably will take on that role for Foote's staff. In other words, Dean had the same job that Foote held with the Canucks for the past 3 seasons. Dean, 56, played 331 NHL games with stints with the New Jersey Devils, Atlanta Thrashers, Dallas Stars, and Chicago Blackhawks. The Devils originally selected Dean in the 5th round of the 1987 NHL draft. Before his 3-year stint on the Blackhawks' coaching staff, Dean spent 5 seasons on the Bruins bench after 6 seasons with the AHL's Providence Bruins, 5 as an assistant, 1 as a head coach. The Canucks have yet to announce Dean's hiring. Currently, Yogi Svechkovsky, the skills coach turned assistant responsible for the Canucks' power play this past season, is the only confirmed assistant coach behind the bench on Foote's staff. With Dean and Svechkovsky, the focus for Foote and the Canucks to round out the coaching staff is expected to be to hire an offensive-minded assistant coach to round out the coaching staff. It will be interesting to see what route the Canucks go there. Will they try to hire an ex-head coach trying to get back into the game? Will they hire a veteran assistant coach? Only time will tell. So there's that. So it's looking like it's not completely confirmed. They're still finalizing the details for that, but I would expect a announcement from the Canucks to be made maybe within the coming days, maybe within the next week. Who knows? But it looks like Kevin Dean will be one of the assistant coaches for Adam Foote's staff. Now, when it comes to, they mentioned an offensive assistant coach as well. So essentially, it looks like Kevin Dean was basically what Adam Foote was, prior to Foote becoming the head coach, which is great. I'll admit, I'm not too familiar with Kevin Dean, Kevin Dean himself. So I can't really speak too much on it. I'd have to do my, research and, and whatnot. But I have heard one name being tossed out there when it comes to a potential target for a assistant coach. And it's an old name that a lot of Canucks fans in particular are very familiar with. Now, one name that's been thrown out there and that I've heard, through the grapevine is Crow, Mark Crawford, who was a one-time Canucks head coach back in the 90s. And, hearing his name out there is rather interesting. And I will admit, piques my interest. Obviously, not many people have heard about Mark Crawford for years now. From my understanding, he quietly retired from coaching, but perhaps could his relationship with Adam Foote be used to, or could Adam Foote essentially use their friendship to try and pull him back in and get him a assistant coaching job and get him back as part of the Canucks organization? Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about the potential for Mark Crawford coming back and being a assistant coach for Adam Foote. A little bit of a reunion there from their days in Colorado. But yeah, once again, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about that. And also, what do you guys think about this potential hire of Kevin Dean as a defensive assistant coach for the Vancouver Canucks? Once again, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to stay up to date on all Canucks content, whether that's Vancouver Canucks or Abbotsford Canucks, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss a single video. Reminder, you can find us on social media. You can find us on Facebook. Just search The Line Change to find our Facebook page. You can find us on Instagram at The Line Change. You can find us on X at Line Change Van. You can find us on TikTok at the.line.change.po. Feel free to give us a follow on all of our social media platforms. Also, if you prefer an audio version of this podcast, you can find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. In regards to Spotify, feel free to give us a follow on there as well as rate and review us. It's, of course, greatly appreciated. But that's going to do it for this video. Bit of a shorter one. And this was a bit of a last minute, emergency video, as I saw the article about Kevin Dean being a potential hire. So let me know once again in the comment section down below what you guys think about this. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.